Have you ever stopped and asked yourself that maybe the reason you are isolated is not because, you can't find friends or there's nobody that resonates with you, or maybe it's just the fact that that is the point. You say you want this life full of purpose, a purpose, right, that is being built every single day, a purpose that maybe nobody else has lived. I own an African entrepreneurship brand. How many people own that? Not many. So how many of my friends resonate with my problem? Zero. The only or the closest friend that resonates with me is one person, and he owns an NGO. So this guy is the only person who resonates with me even slightly. And even he has problems I myself don't understand. And sometimes you need to recognize that if you're going to live a purpose-driven life, maybe the reason I am alone is not because I am not worth it or I lack value. Maybe the reason I am alone is because God is screaming at me in my loneliness. God is screaming at me in my isolation. God is screaming at me to look at him, right? To ask him, to seek him, to say, what do you want from me? Maybe the reason that you're alone is because certain problems are only preserved for people who have certain purposes in this life. And those problems nobody else is going to resonate with. Because if you say you want a spectacular life, if you say you want a perfect, a life which is so original, where you have, crazy levels of success, how many people in this world have that? How many people in this world have a special path for themselves and are actually fulfilling it? How many? And if it is special, then it means that nobody else, right, can have it. If it is special, it means that it is unique. So do not complain if you tell me that you want a special life, or you pray to God and you say, God, I want a special life, or you see yourself as somebody who is supposed to achieve big things, and then you look around and you're the only one who's around you, that you find yourself so isolated. I spend most of my life alone, not because I don't enjoy company, but because I need to be in a silent position where I can actually hear what God is telling me. Because if I don't hear it, right, then I'm not walking in my purpose. And therefore, I'm wandering around life. And therefore, I am lost. And I do not like to be lost because I want to get and achieve whatever I am called to achieve. And I know what I was called to achieve. Therefore, right, nobody else is going to understand that. So therefore, right, when I'm journaling with myself, nobody's even going to understand some of my problems. Forget all of them. Maybe the reason you are isolated is because God is screaming at you to listen to him so he can actualize what you're saying you want. But how can he actualize something that you're not seeking for? Or that you keep complaining, oh, I'm so lonely. But it's like, maybe that time is supposed to be spent on the purpose that you're there. Because if you are surrounded by people, then when are you ever gonna, pursue your purpose fully and reach your potential? You never will. Because potential is one, not potentials, multiple of us.